My name is Betsy Sweeney. I live in downtown Wheeling, West Virginia, in the middle of a pandemic. I purchased a house that was built in 1892 and will be about a year-long construction project to get it fully livable and back in its tip-top shape.
This is Relocated, where we tour the living situations of people who choose to live off the beaten path.
I came to Wheeling about 18 months ago for a position with the Wheeling National Heritage Area. I moved here from Central Virginia outside of Charlottesville. I did a nationwide search for the sort of small city or town where I felt like I could live my day-to-day life a little differently and a little more locally. It wasn't a hard decision at all. As soon as I was here and met the people, saw the landscape, saw the built environment, it was a pretty easy decision to make the move. At first, I started in a downtown loft, one that used to be a grocer's warehouse and was later adaptively reused into 73 loft apartments, and that's where I am staying while I complete the rehabilitation of my house. My vision for the house is to have a house where the architectural features speak for themselves, the woodwork, the fireplaces, all the beautiful details of the house, but a lot of the furnishings and decor will be quite modern. I love this. I love the way the handrail feels and the patina of people running their hand over this and this over the last 100 and some years. This will be the master bedroom. I've got wood in the windows right now because these window systems are being totally rebuilt. These two windows will have that original curved glass. This will just be one big one. Master bed here. I think I can get a king-size bed in here, which is the stuff of dreams. I think this will actually be more of like a sitting room. I'll probably have my TV in here. I'll work, I'll relax in here, and then that'll allow me to keep that living room a little more formal and clean, quite frankly. Not too much actually needs to be done in here. Tile the shower, finish the drywall, paint it, wallpaper it, and be done. Everyone always asks if I've found any hidden surprises or, they ask me, oh, has this turned into a money pit or something like that? No, it could, but this is my job. And so I did an excruciating amount of due diligence before I purchased the property to make sure that my financing structure was as comprehensive as it possibly could be to ensure that those things don't happen. And then there's the third floor. This started as a room that was completely full of junk. You really couldn't see what you were working with and nobody really cared about it. And it's quickly become one of everyone's favorite rooms. There are a couple big ticket items. Masonry, roof and gutter repairs, and windows are all pretty expensive. The workforce of skilled craftsmen that are able to work with historic brick and able to get on top of a 3-story house in the middle of town is small, and so you do end up paying a premium for those craftsmen. The amount of support and people in the community that have just been like, hey, I'd love to come help you knock down a wall, or you want me to pull weeds, has been a really pleasant surprise and speaks to the community I invested in. And then I have a whole second house in the back. In the backyard here, there's also this little mini house that the previous owners built. It's got this really eclectic kind of fun vibe. It's very quirky. One of the first things I did when I bought this house, before I even started working in the house at all, was we made these garden planters and planted things and planted flowers and herbs and vegetables so that people in the neighborhood knew that something was happening here and this wasn't a vacant lot anymore and this wasn't a vacant house anymore. It's gonna be a long time before this house looks like it's move-in ready and magazine ready and all that, but brightening up the block a little bit and just showing that there's someone here that cares was really important to me. One of the reasons that I chose to move to Wheeling is because the cost of living is much lower than the national average, and for a young professional working in the nonprofit sector, that allows me to live my life in a way that is really, really attractive. Once I am in this house and I'm no longer paying rent at my apartment, my mortgage will be just under $800 a month. I think anyone in my age group would say it's kind of hard to commit to anything being your forever home. I don't know that that's something that's in our vernacular the way it was for our parents, but I certainly see myself being here for quite some time, and I better be, because all this work is gonna be worth it.